feel like I gotta mix them up a little bit. Did you guys stack the deck? Did you put your favorites on top? Oh, what flavor will forever belong to your childhood? That's a great, I would say a snow cone with the blue raspberry flavoring on top that makes your mouth blue, just covered in blue. That was my childhood, especially if it's sour. When was the first time you knew you wanted to do music professionally? Probably pretty freshly out of the birth canal, to be honest with you. I've always known. I guess that was, when you're a kid, you don't have a backup plan, and when somebody asks you what you wanted to be, for the longest time, I said that I wanted to be a princess for a long time, and then figured out that we don't have a monarchy here, which is great, but I've always wanted to do music. Dogs or cats? Dogs. Although my sister just got a cat, she's really turned into a cat lady. It's been a really quick thing, and I'm happy for her. She's never been happier with her cat named Pickle. What is a song you wrote but will never release? Sometimes when my band, when we're traveling together, just so I can play it for people, I will play unreleased demos, and we always have a fun time listening back through. But there's one called Tomorrow, not from Little Orphan Annie Tomorrow, but a song called Tomorrow that I really love. When was the last time you drank milk? The last time I sat down and drank a glass of milk? Never. It's been probably 10 years. Are you a hunter or a gatherer? People always get up in arms about this. I've been a vegetarian for 8 years. Newly a pescatarian. I ate a shrimp taco 2 nights ago, but I'm not gonna go fishing for it. I will go gather. Okay, mountains or beaches? Both. I'm not choosing between one of God's creations. I'm gonna go enjoy them all. Because life doesn't work like that. You don't have to be that extreme all the time. Says I, the most extreme person I've ever met in my life. But no, I would have both. This next one, have you ever been recognized? Yes, and it always catches me off guard when I do. Somebody walked up to me and said, "Hey, are you Riley Clemmons?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "You're so much shorter in person." And that was it. That was all she said. Who is the biggest role model in your life? Whoa, in my life. I would say that my parents are both. I'm gonna have to choose both of them. I think the thing that inspires me most about my parents is I've watched them walk through adversity together, and I've watched them come out on the other side, not just relationally, but also personally, and in business and faith and all of those things. So that is a huge inspiration to me. Drive or fly? Drive. Airlines have been terribly unpredictable lately, which has been tough with travel. And I love a good road trip. You can DJ, you can talk, you can stop and get snacks. You don't have to worry about, oh, I'm sitting by the window in a window seat and I have to pee so badly. I'm gonna upset the person in the middle seat and the aisle seat. They're gonna be upset. I gotta go wait in line. If there's turbulence, the flight attendants are gonna come tell me that I have to sit down, and it's gonna stress me out because I have to pee and I'm gonna have to do the whole thing over again. So, does that answer the question? Was there a time when you doubted God? Ooh, yeah. Recent season, yeah. It's interesting going from being raised in the faith and going to church on Sunday because your family goes and you go. It's different to go from that to being an adult facing heartbreak, sadness, heaviness, and learning how to choose God. And I have found that in some of my deepest valleys and some of my most intense moments of fear and sadness, I have been faced with a choice. Do you keep choosing to believe that God's word is true, or are you going to choose to exist in doubt? And I think that, I'll say it again because it's one of my favorite quotes from the worship pastor at my church, Dwan Hill. He's brilliant, but he always says, worshiping when you don't feel like it isn't fake, it's faith. And I'm really trying to live in that posture every single day, especially with getting to do music and meet people on the road and all that good stuff. And it's a long-winded answer, but yeah, I do believe that doubting is part of the experience of faith sometimes, and I think it's choosing faith over doubt when it's hard that builds true character and builds a true relationship with Jesus.